everyone. I'm Colleen. Welcome to Conversations from Beyond, episode 7. We have a whole lineup of universal beings of light who've been joining us and bringing messages for you. We've had some pretty mind-expanding messages in the past videos. And you can chat with them by dropping questions in the comments. And thank you to those of you who have left questions. We have quite a list of questions now to cover. We answered a few of them in the last couple videos, and I have kept track of them all, and we are going to ask them in future videos. Today, we're going to meet our next guest and see what the message is, and I'm looking forward to seeing who it is. So I'll pass things over to Cindy, and we can get started.
Okay. Hi, Cindy here, and I am also known as Lady of the Forest 444 on my other YouTube channel. And yeah, so I'm excited too because it's been a little while since we've gotten together to get a message. So
Yes.
I'm gonna light my candle and set the energy and call in my angels.
Just going to get ready to type.
So I use my pendulum and an alphabet mat to help me focus as the message comes through. All right. I'm going to tilt this down so you can see a little bit of what's happening here. Pendulum. Okay. So the pendulum is perfectly still, which tells me that this is not my angels here. This is a being of light. This is a light being from a home that you have not been introduced to yet. I am from a home that is a special place in the universe. My home is a place where the no, hang on a second. Where my home is a place where the homes of others in the universe gather to make plans for Earth and make plans for all the universe. Now, every home in the universe has autonomy and may do anything they wish. However, there is a plan for universal growth. And my home is the place where these universal plans are made. Beings from my home are specialized in holding the energy of these plans until the plans are manifested. We are the keepers of universal blueprints. Now that you understand that our universe is constantly growing and making plans for more growth, you understand that Earth is a huge part of that growth and those plans. My home is the place that makes and stores plans for Earth and its people. We are closely related to the Akashic records, but we are different in that we are the place where plans are made and kept until they come into reality. Once they come into reality, they become records at the Akashic records. Before they become reality, they are plans or potential energies. And my home is the storage place for all the potential energies of Earth and the universe. As you can imagine, this is a vast array of energies. And we are the keepers of these energies. When a person is about to incarnate on Earth, they come to my home and they make these plans, and we store them and keep them energized until they are needed. And then these potential energies become records once they are realized. This is a magical process that is beyond your understanding. However, we are one of the most powerful homes in all the universe. We energize the potential energies for all the universe. And we keep these potential energies alive and well until they are needed. Imagine looking after a plant and how much love and care goes into that. Now imagine looking after a plant for every potential energy in all the universe, as well as all of Earth and its people. This is a huge responsibility. We know exactly what is needed to keep these potential energies alive and well. So that is not an issue. However, this is still a beautiful and very responsible job. And we are happy to be of service in this way. Beings from my home have special qualities to their energy when on Earth, as well as at home. Beings from my home are talented at keeping plants on Earth. People who are plant whisperers are often from my home. Another energetic quality is that people from my home are responsible beyond what is considered a normal amount of being responsible. These people have an honor in responsibility that others do not carry. Not everyone who is a responsible person is from my home. However, people from my home are always responsible people who honor their work and responsibilities in a very healthy and loving way. One last quality that I will share today is that people from my home are gifted in a special way. People from my home carry their home energy within them. And this energy gives them a special talent. People from my home are able to help others see the potential around them. My home energy is all about keeping potential energies alive and well. And we are privileged to see these potential energies when others cannot. We are talented at seeing the potential energy in a choice or action. We are gifted in being able to see how a choice or action will play out and bring these potential energies into reality. Many people from my home are able to help others plan their actions and change their lives. This will become even more prevalent as the energy from my home is streaming to earth and awakening people from my home. There is a special project that a group of people from my home is working on. This project is all about the potential energies of Earth and making the choices and taking the actions that will lead to the highest potential energies becoming reality. the people who are involved with this project will awaken to the knowing of this project, and they will help anchor the highest potential energies on Earth. And this is a huge gift that my home offers to Earth. We offer you the chance to intensify the awakening experience of Earth in the very best way. Intensify is often construed as negative. However, we mean intensify as intensifying the positive energies that are needed to bring about the highest potential energies for the awakening of Earth. People from my home are going to awaken to their home energy and understand the power they hold to help others see the highest potentials for Earth. This is a huge and very honor-filled role that people from my home will fulfill for the advancement of the awakening process on Earth. This is already unfolding and will happen organically. There is nothing to do but celebrate this eventuality. Okay, and with that, they're done.
Wow, that was long. Hang on, my arms are sore from typing.
And that is I've never heard of this home before. Like,
In your readings on that?
no,
Oh.
not once. So this is completely new to me.
I love when it's new information.
And I thought that I smiled when they talked about keeping a plant, because you had just before this, in our conversation before the recording, talked about how hard it is sometimes to keep a plant healthy and alive.
Yeah, my bonsai tree is not the color of green that it should be. These guys aren't doing too badly, but yeah, little bonsai tree that you got me. Yeah. Maybe I need. So if there's somebody who's watching this video, yeah, like I could use some help with some of my plants. Just kidding, sort of. I have questions, but they came more at the beginning, but then because one of my questions as they were talking about the place, then the home place, then was like, what are the beings like who are sorry,
That's okay.
I want to say manifested here.
Incarnated.
Incarnated, thank you. What are they like? But that's pretty cool gifts that they have. I'm looking at my notes. So they're like a bunch of things, like they're plant whisperers, but then also like the project keepers, right? The blueprint keepers. I love that. That when it's the plans, they I'm back on the home place now, I think, though.
Yep.
But when it's potential, they hold the plans, like the blueprints. I'm thinking about where I work, like the different offices. Like there's the planning office, and then there's the record storage office, right? Like, right? Like when something's in the plans, it's a whole other team that's drawing up the blueprints and creating the potential energies of some or whatever, it's going to happen at work. Yeah. So this home does all that, right? Like they're the project crew for the potential energies and potential things. Both sounds like both for Earth in general and then individuals, like everything.
Yes.
And then once it's come to fruition or whatever reaches, I wonder if anything ever doesn't reach that potential. But anyway, then it goes to the Akashic records, like the archives where I work, where all the old blueprints are stored. I think. I don't know. I don't work any of those parts, but it's my concept of it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I had that question too. Does anything ever get lost? Does that potential die and not become a reality? But then later on in the message, they talked about the highest potential. So if there is a highest potential, then there are other potentials that don't come to reality. You know what I mean? So this would be along the lines of like the people who are like the different worlds, right? And all these, depending on the choices and things that we make, there are different potentials. And even for our own lifetimes, there's living our best life versus living other forms of our
making
life.
other choices. Yeah, because that's a concept that doesn't just come from this, that we plan our life before, or we make a plan or a contract. There's all kinds of terminology about it out there and stuff that I've read, right? For what you're gonna do when you come here, but you don't always fulfill that, right? Like, and then sometimes in there is the whole concept of karma, the way you talk and your angels talk about karma, because then sometimes something that I planned to come here to experience or do carries forward into the next lifetime, right? Because I didn't fulfill it.
Yeah.
I'm giving your definition so much better of karma.
Well, it's just unfinished business. That's things that we planned that haven't come, that we haven't experienced yet.
So it says, as you can imagine, this is a vast array of energies, and we are the keeper of these energies. When a person is about to incarnate on Earth, they come to my home and they make these plans, and we store them and keep them energized until they are needed. And then these potential energies become records once they are realized. Okay, and then it went back into not individuals.
Yeah, I had this picture of them like with their energies sort of keeping all these potentials energized, like the plants, like keeping them living and energized, because if they die, then I don't know.
That's what it went into next, actually, was imagine taking care of a plant. So they energize the potential energies for all the universe, and we keep these potential energies alive and well until they're needed. Imagine looking after a plant and how much love and care goes into that. Because then I was like, thank you for holding on to my potential. Everybody else's. So I don't know. Should we ask that like that? So what does happen when? But I have other questions. Okay, we'll ask that first. Like, what happens when, so we know, or we have heard before, that you make a plan that you don't end up, those aren't the choices you end up making in life that don't necessarily lead you toward the highest plans or purpose or whatever. Like, what happens to all of that? Like, how does that relate to karma and everything? I'll just let you go.
Okay.
They know what I'm wondering.
Exactly. Yep.
Type.
All right. This is the same being. And I have some answers for you. We hold many potential energies. And many of these energies never come to pass. We are the keepers of all potential energies in the universe. This is a lot of potential energies that never come to pass. We hold the potential energies around every choice you make in your life. And that is a tremendous amount of potential energies just for one lifetime on Earth. You have many things in your lifetime that are planned and will come to pass. These are potentials that are destined. And you have potential energies that may come to pass. And these are potentials that are given to you as choices you make and actions you take. Some things you experience are destined, and others are the result of your choices and actions. This is a beautiful way to give you the lifetime you planned, while also giving you the freedom to choose and explore and grow organically within the frame of your destiny. So many potential energies we hold are never going to come to reality. And when those potentials are deemed over, we have a special ceremony that we perform to give these potential energies the release that they deserve. Now you mentioned karma, and that is a more complicated aspect of your existence on earth. When you make a plan that is part of your destiny, in that it is something you will experience, this is your karma. If you do not complete the karmic cycle within one lifetime, this karma will continue in other lifetimes. And you will bring this karmic energy in with you to subsequent lifetimes. The karmic cycle involves experiencing the event or experience, and then feeling all the feelings and having all the thoughts and experiencing this karmic experience fully. And then it also involves healing this karmic experience. That is the part that often requires that a karmic cycle be continued into the next lifetime. The healing of the karmic cycle often takes many lifetimes. So, in those cases, the karma is brought forward and experienced again in another lifetime. However, it may be a bit lighter energetically because it is a karmic cycle that was started in a previous lifetime. So the karmic event needs only be experienced lightly to ignite the cycle again and give the person the opportunity to heal that karmic cycle once and for all. So in these cases, my home holds this potential energy for people on earth throughout many lifetimes. And we care for and keep these potential energies alive and well for many of your lifetimes. as you can imagine, this can build up. And right now, we are busier than we have ever been. However, Earth has been working through a powerful healing phase. And our workload of potential energies is beginning to lessen as people on Earth are healing their karmic cycles. And we are seeing the potential energies. No, we are setting the potential energies free to become something new. Okay. So then that's interesting that they set those energies free and they become something else.
Because energy,
I know.
yeah,
It's so hard for us to understand.
Okay, but the main thing I got out of this, well, I mean, there was so much in this, but okay, the debate about destiny versus free choice, like that whole, it's both.
Yes.
You know,
I had come to that, because I don't know if you remember, but I struggled with this years ago, trying to figure out like what the heck is it? And that's what I came to. And then my angels have confirmed that, yeah, over the years, that yes, there are certain experiences that we are destined to have. Like there's no way you're not going to get out of that. And for me, those are like all the big things. Like you don't experience something traumatic in your life without that being something that you were meant to experience. You know, like that kind of high level stuff doesn't happen to you without you having planned that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, so all those things, even our deaths, right? And things like that, those are predetermined. I mean, there may be a few different ways that it can happen, but it is, we don't die by accident, even though we die by accident.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I guess well, for me, this brought it. I don't know if we've ever talked about that then. Because anyway, it brought it. There's just I always see such a debate over whether your life is predestined or, and even from me coming from formalized religion and then into spirituality,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I remember a discussion that we had a long time ago. We were camping at our group campsite, and I had this epiphany because I was really struggling with it then. Like, what is it? Is it predestined or do we have free will? Like, what is going on here? And I remember I was looking up at the stars, and I told you because light is two things. Light can be a wave, or light can be a photon, like a point. And for whatever reason, that night I was looking up at the stars, and that's when I finally came up with this idea. I'm sure other people have it, but for myself, it was a first revelation.
Yeah.
That it's both. Light is both. Light can be a wave or a particle, depending on how you look at it and what's going on. And I'm like, and our experience here is both. Some of it is predestined and some of it is free will and our choices and all of that. And so, yeah, it was a huge moment.
I do remember you saying that.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Because your scientific brain back then explaining that to my business mind, I didn't get it then, and I really kind of don't get it now, but I get the concept.
Yes.
But like, how can light be whatever? Okay. So I do remember that. But yes, I guess I do remember you saying that.
Yeah.
That's just really brought it home for me.
Yeah.
Also, in the idea of what we've talked about with my focus over the years on law of attraction and trying to manifest the things in your life and create and visualize and do all the things, raise your vibration to be able to manifest the things that you want and that. Um, Sometimes it doesn't work. You know that? Like, how come I didn't win the lottery yet? What's up with that? I've done all the things. But we've talked about it, like it's and it fits into this. Like some of it just isn't, maybe either just isn't in the big plans, or one of the big plans was for that to not happen, or for you to stay in money struggles, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so sometimes
And
you
it
just,
could
or
be,
you got to clear some karma.
yeah, like, because you could come in with a plan, like, okay, I'm going to come in, I'm going to be poor, or I'm going to be rich, or I'm going to be have a simple life, or I'm going to always, like, sometimes your karma is that you didn't receive something and you always have this feeling of lack.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to heal that. And until you heal that, you're always going to have this feeling of lack, you know?
Yes.
And so you're not going to be able to attract things to you until that is complete. But if it's a life experience that you've planned to have your entire life, there's literally, you can't manifest your way out of something that you've planned to experience for your entire life. If it's something that you're working on healing, then yes, you can heal that and free yourself from that.
Yes.
But yeah, there are all kinds of things, like, because in my private readings I get that all the time. Oh, you came in and you planned this simple life. Well, if you've planned a simple life, you can't manifest your way out of that. You know what
Yes.
I mean? Like,
But you used it well, unless you get a reading, I guess, with you. What I was like going like that, it was because it made me realize that, okay, then in most cases you might not know. You don't know why, right? Like, why am I not manifesting this, like, riches or whatever? Obviously, there's been some focus on money for me, and it's trickling, right? Like, I'm better, way better than I was before. Like, it's trickling, getting better, but there hasn't been this big manifestation that I've been looking for. But you don't really know whether it's the big setup, like the overarching theme of your life, or whether it's karma. So therefore, that brings me back to the idea that you treat everything as though it's karma to be healed, right? Like, treat everything where you're trying to take it on the highest level and bring the light to it and experience it without getting mired into it, and things we talked about in past videos.
exactly.
Because, like, maybe it's something that you're going to be able to heal and be done with. Maybe it's an overarching theme of your life, and then, you still lived your life finding the highest.
Well, exactly, because the way to clear your karma the fastest is to seek out joy, right? Is to
Yeah.
bring more love energy into your life. So anything that brings you love, anything that brings you joy, bring that into your life. And so thereby, like you said, if it's an overarching theme or if it's something that will be healed, you're allowing that to happen faster. And if it is an overarching theme, you're living your best life because you're constantly seeking out joy
Yes.
and bringing love energy into your life. So yeah, like, regardless, try not to get down in the dumps about something, and like, which is the advice that spirituality is all about, right? Being happy with what you do have and creating within that as much as you can, and having as much joy and fun as you can where you are now, and that will propel you forward on your highest path.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I've been having some thoughts when I'm on my walks lately about the concept of choosing love. And it was when we talked in last video, I think, about how there have been times when I use the word light because I've had trouble with the word love, when I don't necessarily love all of humanity, but I can send them all light. So about choosing love, it just means choosing always the best mood you can be in.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because if somebody listened to this and then decided that something that they've been experiencing over and over was the overarching theme, and just got all mired down and accepting of that, and whatever, then fine, my life is an overarching theme of this, whatever this misery is, then it might be karma, and you might not work through it and clear it, and then you got to do it again in the next lifetime. So we're back to always this choosing love, choosing light, choosing what's flowing through you and what mindset you're looking at stuff from.
Exactly. And
I
that
have more.
angels guide us with love and joy. And if we follow that path, we will live the highest path.
Yes. I have a question, but I know like this video is going to be this because we could be 3 hours long, but maybe you got it from what they already said to us and I just haven't computed it. Okay, the very beginning of the message that we got from our guest today, it says, "My home is the place where the homes of others in the universe gather to make plans for Earth and make plans for all the universe. Now, every home in the universe has autonomy and may do anything they wish. However, there's a plan for universal growth, and my home is the place where these universal plans are made." So you know that I and my friend have had this, I'm going to say vision. I don't really visualize, but anyway, this concept come to us of this, the way that all the homes planned Earth or whatever was this boardroom table kind of scenario. Is that what they're talking about? Is that where we, the homes all converged to plan? Do you know where I'm going?
Yeah.
To plan the seeding of Earth and everything, like that started the whole thing?
Okay.
Because it doesn't sound like it's just individual lives. Is that where the 12? We found out in one of the recent previous videos that there are 12 homes. And so is that where they got together and made the plan for Earth?
That the 12 that okay. So you want
Is
to know
that the boardroom table?
if it's just, yeah, okay.
Like it says that it's where all the other homes gather to make plans for Earth, but I want to know if it was when Earth was first came to fruition and seeded, you know?
So this is the same being of light. Your question is more complicated than you realize. You are asking many questions in one. I will give you a quick overview, but you will learn more about this question in future messages. So, there is a council of all the homes that is represented by one being from each home. This is the boardroom table you mentioned. And there is a 13th being at that table. Now, when I shared that beings from all the homes come to my home to make plans for the universe, this is an individual experience. Any being in the universe will come to my home to make plans for their potential growth experiences. This is happening constantly. And this is a beautiful process of creation. Now, I wish to explain a bit more about this council of 13. There is one representative from each home and a 13th being. This council oversees everything that happens in the universe. They are not a governing council, as they do not control any part of the universe. They are a council that simply watches over and helps universal beings to understand the direction of the universe at any moment. This council and its members gather and report to each other news from their homes. And then they report back to their homes news from all the other homes. And everyone in the universe is always updated about what is going on in the universe. However, there is an element to this that is difficult for you to understand at this point in your incarnation on Earth. This council is a council of light. And love. And it is a crucial organization that holds the universe together in a magical way. This council has an energy that is more than the sum of its parts. This council, when it gathers, brings together the energies of each home in the universe. And these energies blend together in a magical way and create a love energy that is greater than the sum of its parts. And this resulting love energy imprint is what is returned to each home in the universe. So each time this council meets, they return to their homes with a love energy imprint that is even more powerful than what they arrived with. And so This council allows for the universe to grow in a miraculous way. This council is made up of a member from each home, plus a 13th being of light. These members are voted into this position, except for the 13th being of light. These council members hold this position for a long time. The council members that are currently on this council have been there since the beginning of Earth. This council did not create Earth. There is another group of beings that is responsible for creating Earth. However, this council is of course involved in the creation of Earth and in the growth of Earth. That is a conversation for another day. And with that, they're done.
Well, yeah, like this is gonna have to continue in a future video. Because I think I got that the council part of what I know, there's a lot there. I'm looking at my notes. Like whether they were involved in the seeding, but I think they were. That's the whole thing about the 12 homes, right? That's how we are here. We all have representatives from the 12 homes. Wow. There's so much information in this video.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap my mind around it all.
It is. But like they said, this is not over. This is going to continue. And obviously there's a theme going on here of the 12 homes. Like we're hearing from, I mean, I'm hoping we've heard from 4 or 5. I'm looking at this list that we
Yeah.
looking at. So this was the 5th day of the 12 homes. And then now we know there's a 13th something.
Yes.
So obviously there's going to be more information coming. But I think for today, we're because I can't make a video all day long and you can't watch a video all day long. Thank you so much for joining us. What are your thoughts? There's been some great discussion in the comments. Drop any questions that you have that you want us to ask in future videos, or just let us know your thoughts or if you resonate with this. And thank you so much for joining us and have a great day.
Yes. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.